The essential guide on how to slice tuna for sushi. This is the lean tuna saku from a large block of tuna. For the instructions of filleting a large block of tuna into these rectangular saku blocks, watch the What to Do with a Large Tuna Block video. Here's an important pro tip. Before you start slicing, you have to decide which direction you should slice the block. To decide that, there are two essential points you need to pay attention to. Number 1, pay attention to the direction these thin white tissues, called sinews, are running in. These white tissues are very chewy, so it's important to cut these sinews through. Ideally, about 90 degrees against the sinew. For example, with this block, the sinews run in this direction. So you cut the block this way with 90 degrees against the sinews. 2, you must pay attention to the size of the block. For instance, for nigiri sushi, the ideal size of the slice should be 7 to 8 centimeters by 3 to 4 centimeters, or 1.5 inches by 2.5 to 3 inches. If you remember, we gave you our pro tip for an easy way on how to measure. Simply use your fingers. Use the width of your 4 fingers by the width of your 2 fingers, like this. To get the perfect size, you must pay attention to the length of the narrow side of the block. If you measure it to be 7 to 8 centimeters or 2.5 to 3 inches long, then go ahead, you can cut it straight. However, if the narrow side of the block is shorter than 7 to 8 centimeters or 2.5 to 3 inches, then that means you need to cut the block on a slight diagonal, like this. For example, the narrow side of this block is still shorter than the ideal length, so we cut it slightly diagonally.